YouTube for a half hour?
I just glanced at my TV while I was coming back, and I didn't,
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
no problem. Maybe it's good that I got up then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
All right, Smith. Well, you take care of yourself, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jim's leaving?
Yes, he's not feeling.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
He's not feeling well. That's okay. This is sort of a one-off. Hi, Mitch.
Hey.
I see you through the eyes of Satan.
It's the eye of Sauron, you uneducated.
I'm sorry.
No, those gunner glasses literally give him devil's sight. It's pretty cool.
They look like Lucy's from Disenchantment.
Dude, are you wearing the metal Death Clock shirt? He totally is. That's amazing. I have that shirt. Go forth and die. Nice. Go into the water, live there, die there. All right, sorry, I'm not.
That's my favorite Flip Clock song, man.
Dude, no, you can't play. You can't play music right now.
That's okay. I have it memorized.
That's okay. I got it memorized. All right. So Matt, you have a character. Lexi has a character. You're playing War. Matt, who are you playing again? Regale us, because not everyone's knowing.
I'm playing a character that I intend to introduce at some point soon in the game itself. His name is Elian Auroriel, and he is a Sky Elf.
All right.
He is a druid with a dash of wizard.
But is he the fuck bringer?
But say it again.
But is he the fuck bringer?
He is not the fuck bringer.
Yeah.
He can advise you where to till the field where you grow your fucks, but he himself does not bring the fucks.
Are you making an
Fair
eagle?
enough.
Are you making an eagle, Mitch? Is that what that is?
I'm asking if Sky Elves have wings.
Yes.
Yes.
They have angelic-like wings. They're the hippies of the sky. I mean, yes, I'm right. Go, hippies of the sky! Alright, so everyone's getting a rest. If you remember correctly, you all rested at the Mordecai Mansion, is it called?
Yeah, Mordecai Nine's Magnificent Mansion.
Yes, Mordecai Nine's Magnificent Mansion. So you all are resting there. You had a good dinner and all that. Your Erica's blessing is still going, so you're fully healed.
We're gonna have a heroic feast in the morning.
And then you have half.
Yes,
Yep.
Heroes Brunch.
And whatever hit dice, you get half back from what you spent. You got all your spells on you and all that. All right. Now that I've painted that first picture, let me paint you another picture. The winds blow as you feel the coldness on your back of your neck. You notice that the landscape before you is made of snow and ice. The winds hollow through it all. You stand there, pretty cold, I must say, but you have appropriate weather, like a jacket, what you need to weather the weather.
Soviet Russia, weather's you.
And you notice a kingdom of ice that lays before you. Rigid, solid ice. It's like, who's crazy enough to live in a castle and a town made of ice? And each step you take, you kind of sink down and you hear the crunch of the snow go downward as you continue forward. You're cold. You might have the proper gear, but you're still cold. It's very deep. Snow as you slosh through it carefully as this wind's brought to you. It's hard to see moving through this, and it doesn't help that the kingdom is made of ice, so it's kind of like translucent-ish. You know what I mean? So it kind of blends into the rest of the snow.
Percy would be fine here.
Yeah. Ironically, the Iceman just left.
I mean, Iceman is gay. Anyways.
He is, in fact.
You move on, and you notice, not too far away, a man stands there with wings. And why don't you describe yourself, Matt?
He's about 5'9".
He's my height.
120. What?
He's my height.
Oh. He has eyes of sky blue. He has long red hair, and his wings are also red. His skin is lightly tanned, and like not someone who's intentionally tanned, but someone who's tanned accidentally by reading outside. It's difficult to judge his age because he is an elf. He seems is he is perplexed to be here?
Yes,
and
very
perplexed. Yeah, he seems as lost and as out of place as y'all must be feeling right now. He wears light leather armor and a wooden shield, and has a staff, a quarter staff across his back, between his wings. Oh, and there is an owl with him, perched on his shoulder.
Woohoo! And you stand there. You got Mitch's character. We know what Rick the Bick.
Yes, he took up a new.
In this form. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
He's a bit lighter.
I was going to say that he took up barbering, so now he shaves people's heads.
I was going with the fact that he's a little lighter because of Bic lighter.
Yeah, right? A little lighter.
Rick the Bick, he bicks people.
A little off the top. All right, no, do we know what Rick the Brick looks like, or do we want to re-describe him?
I don't know if I've described him since he was a fat guy, because he has changed over the course of the campaign.
Yes, let's re-describe him. Let's do that.
Hold on, something's wrong with my thing. There we go.
My thing.
Well, the guy is probably 7 feet tall. I mean, he probably looks taller than he is, but you'd guess 7 feet tall. He has a thick,
meaty claws.
not claws, maybe fingers.
I like claws with those grapples you do.
Meaty limbs and muscle, corded muscle, and the guy is just a mountain of a man. He's made even more imposing with the big puffy furs that adorn him right now. But under his big fur cloak, you can see he's wearing essentially a loincloth, or not a loincloth, but a fur loincloth kind of thing, and fur-lined boots and furry bracers, and maybe a little bit of upper body covering, but he's got a lot of exposed skin even in this environment. Oiled up and ready to go, as it were.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a thick fur and what is it, like bronze studded belt. It's not armor, it's just cold resistant. And he's made even more huge looking because all of his muscles are tensed from the cold.
Nice.
His head is shaved. His got or his usually shaved head has got a bit of
Stubble.
bristle on it, and his and as well as his beard is a little bristly. It's not a full beard or full hair or anything, but it's a little bit more because of the cold weather, and probably we've been hiking for a while. And there's a little bit of frozen condensation on his beard.
Ooh, like the ice of the ice storm of 1998, where the top of my hat, the icicles would just keep forming downward. That was something. Walking through that was very unpleasant.
Reminds me of To Build a Fire by Jack London.
I will ask you about that later.
Here it is. Got my package.
Package.
Package! Ooh, nothing like a good package. Would you like some package? Anyways, what does war look like? Retell us, Lexi. Regale us. More
Have
like
y'all ever seen a seagull?
maybe.
A Steven Seagull?
Picture a
Boat on a river.
shorter person sized seagull in assorted cloth robes with assorted bottles and tankards attached to her side. A little pack that carries cooking supplies. And you have war.
Caca.
Pretty sure she probably has a quarterstaff.
Quarter stuff.
She does.
I still like the quarter stuff. We'll always make
Yes.
that reference. It will never die. Tim will never live it down.
I legit homebrewed an item called the Quarterstaff of Grace, so that Kim could have a quarterstaff that was finesse. So even if she didn't have monk levels, she could use Dex with it. And I specifically typed it, saved it, quarterstaff, on D&D Beyond, and put a comment in the thread underneath the homebrew saying, "Yeah, it's spelled like that on purpose. It's an inside joke." So I have immortalized the quarterstaff.
You have.
Yes.
you have. You see Erica with her. Usually you would see her nice long jet black hair, her armor that has like the full plate armor with the design of wings on the back of it in gold, and crest of the holy symbol of fucking creation with this amethyst crest. That's basically it. It's a purple amethyst shape, and I say you're not your typical crystal looking shape, but you know, crystal S kind of style. And she's also wearing fur gloves because it's cold out here. It's freaking freezing, and with her emerald eyes and her little petite nose and mouth and all that, you know, for some reason she doesn't look like a threat, but I wouldn't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, such a kind. Why are you wearing all that armor? I wonder.
It's to protect you from me.
Pretty much. And you all see this stranger. You all want to go to this kingdom of ice and snow. It's like you're driven. It's like calling to you.
Soviet Russia, snow drives you.
I know War's motivation. I know you didn't ask for motivation, but I'm gonna give some.
Okay.
Maybe they have a bar.
They probably do.
Like, Caesar's like, hey guys, look, it's a city. Maybe they'll have a tavern where I can get a drink.
War never ends.
I will accept basically anywhere that is outside of this driving maelstrom.
What's wrong with out here?
I just much prefer to learn about such meteorological phenomena from a safe distance, and preferably through the text of a good book.
What's wrong with out here? She says, looking up at the sky.
It's the snow.
Rick's eyes glaze over, and he just starts walking in a daze.
You ever, like, you know, phone high up in the air? This is nothing.
Oh, I very much have, but
Ignore my stream going berserk. I'm fixing something.
Okay.
I have flown many times, and in high altitudes, absolutely. That's basically my natural habitat, but I try not to fly through storms while I am up there. It's just not precisely my cup of tea.
Even though those who can fly know that the winds will whip you around like you're a play toy in the wind. You might as well just be a torn kite.
That's why you ride the air currents. You don't fight them, you ride them.
Of course, it's quite relaxing. But there's nowhere to go here. There's no way to glide. It's just snow.
Just keeps piling on and getting deeper as you push your way through the snow. And, you know,
I'm flying.
Oh.
I'm not sinking through the snow. I'm gonna just, you know, fly and hover right above the snow line.
Okay, make me an athletics or no?
I have a fly speed of 80. If I even move at half my speed, I'm still moving pretty fast.
I'm just saying it's gonna be difficult.
I cast Earthbind on War.
What?
Just kidding. I'm not doing that.
I mean, all right, here we go. Let's do this. All right. Want to roll? No. Or you want me to roll for you? I can do that.
No. I'm not actually doing that. He is more he's more using his wings to shield himself from the snow at this point, to shield himself and his owl.
Hoo-hoo.
Her name is Gwendolyn. Thank you for asking.
What? Someone asked something?
Yeah, you asked who?
Doctor.
Yeah.
Wind, water, fire. Heart.
Oh no. No, I can't do hard. I can do the other ones then.
You can give you a heart attack.
You should ought to know by now. You should have known by now. Anyways, so you make your way to the town. The storm seems to let out as you make towards it. It seems like a barrier is kind of deflecting the storm around the town. Kind of odd.
Curious.
As you make your way...
Potentially cosmic phenomenon. Dash convenient.
Ah, shit. My frames are dropping. I hate it. Looks like... And you just see, like, the entrance to a town. A massive, wall of ice with a gate made of metal. Did anyone hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Did anyone hear me?
Yeah, wall of ice and a gate of metal?
Yes. Just making sure.
I am would I recognize this civilization at all?
Do you have
From my
history?
What's that?
Do you have history?
Let's see here. Yes.
You can
Yes,
make
he's
it.
a scholar.
You can make a history roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that then.
Okay.
14.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
You Scholarson. Mr. Scully Pants.
Oh, that was better. 22.
All right. I was hoping for a 15, but higher's good.
Yeah.
Higher's good.
All right.
All right. Let's get high. I mean, what?
What?
Anyways, you notice a symbol that you haven't seen forever. Like, this place shouldn't exist anymore. Lost to time and whatnot many years ago. The kingdom of Alexandria stands before you.
Oh, my goodness. Do you lot know where we are? Alexandria.
Where?
Alexandria, of course.
The city
Where?
and the ice and snow.
Ancient lost civilization. Absolutely the subject of much speculation in the scholarly journals which I frequent.
They have a tavern?
Well, that would be one of the subjects upon which we can speculate, because it's
Possible.
is quite likely. One of the recurring aspects of civilization is fried dumplings of some sort, and alcohol. It's common denominators.
Those are two things I know really well.
Oh, excellent, good.
Dumplings.
It's true though. It's true.
I love it though. It's just so out of left field.
Every culture has their take on dumplings.
Yeah.
You see the frozen wall and I'm sorry, the large metal gates as another inside the words use them Nate. A small door on the side of the gate opens up, and a man in donning blue armor and a halberd asks you, "What business do you have here?"
Looking for your tavern.
All right.
Tavern first, then library.
Tavern, eh? It's just like a pit stop on your way somewhere else, or... You look all cold. He does not even flinch at the cold once.
Maybe some people are cold. I'm not. I'm a bird.
I've been warmer. Admittedly, this is not my peak thermodynamic condition.
Hang on, let me check.
We'd be grateful for any hospitality.
What was that, Mitch?
I said, Rick just sighs a big puff of smoke.
He walks inside. All right, you're welcome to come. Welcome to the Kingdom of Alexandria. As long as you're not staying, you're fine. If you are, we might have some trouble.
You're gonna have trouble if you try and throw out this drunk before I'm good and done.
Well, I, for one, certainly don't mean to be a botheration of any sort. I just need to advocate for myself and my erstats traveling companions erstwhile that we are experiencing a bit of discomfort. At least some of us are.
You talk funny.
Well, I believe that precisely articulated concepts are the keystone to civilization.
She screeches like a seagull.
I speak Orin, but I'm not sure that was super eloquent. Begging your pardon, sir. Go ahead.
Rick approaches the guy and asks to work. Man, I can't even do the book. What kind of trouble are you looking at?
Make it double. Team Rocket Placid. I mean, he's playing Pokemon. I couldn't help it. What kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Repeat that, Mitch. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, I wanted to ask what kind of trouble, and is there anything that we can do to help?
Trouble? No, we are worried about the travelers causing trouble. There's quite ways of traveling all the way here out so far, where certain people might have certain interests that I can't divulge.
I think they're calling us stupid.
Well, I can assure him that is not the case, at least for me.
I did not insult your intelligence whatsoever.
Oh, it just. Perhaps if you do divulge these interests, we can assure you that we do not possess them. At least.
Well, if you want,
my pursuits are strictly scholarly.
Well, if you want,
Just to put into perspective, War has a -1 to all charisma stuff because
it's fine.
Did you not understand social behavior?
It's understandable. We're just, well, if you want to find more information, you must go see the Lord, the King, Alabar. I can set you up with an appointment. Or, when are you free?
I'm assuming as soon as we're done at the tavern.
Yes, yes, that seems quite reasonable. First the bar, then the Alabar.
Ah. Well then. Open the gates! The gates slowly open up. Slowly by you hear a chain mechanism going ding, ding, chink, 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 chink as it slides upwards.
What do you have in here? A dire giant ape?
No. What? Why would a dire ape be in here? This is the Frostlands.
I'll have you know I'm a human.
Right, of course.
So
yes,
am I.
You land-dwelling organisms do tend to kind of blur together for me. But I promise you, I'm not nearly as xenophobic as some of my brethren.
What?
Try land glowing orgasm.
Well, I can't speak as to your copulation practices, but I can say that you are more middle of the road, so to speak.
Oh, you'll take the low road, and they'll take the low road. And I've been in Newgard.
Before ye?
Before me.
Okay, you're welcome. Welcome to Alexandria. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you. Your hospitality is gratefully received.
Check back with me tomorrow. I'll make waffles.
Nate, you may need to reload my stream.
Okay. There it is.
I have a key.
Done. Thank you, Chris. Alright. You make your way in. You people are doing business on the streets, offering, apples, and produce seems to be really expensive. And vegetables are a dime a dozen, depending on which ones you get. And you see like meat that's just hanging outside because it doesn't need to be kept cold because it's so cold out already. They don't need a freezer.
Oh, free wall meat.
Hey, buddy, you gotta pay for that.
I'm still not convinced that's actually Oren.
What's... Okay. You still gotta pay for it.
He shrieks again.
That is not an appropriate response. I expect coin or your ass out of here.
You left the meat out. It's clearly for everyone.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not for everyone.
If you didn't want it for everyone, you should put it inside where it's just as cold.
It is for display so I can slice it in front of them. There's more meat in the back, yes.
It's charcuterie. How brilliant.
Oh, you mean like this? She says, raking her talons across it.
Someone owes me money for that now.
Oh.
I expect if I don't see 10 gold.
She hands him a copper piece. You said money.
That is not. No, it's. I need more than that. 10 gold.
I just scratched it. That's the copper.
I don't see you out of here.
What are you gonna do?
Be too soon.
Begging your pardon, friend Avian. What was your name? I'm sorry.
I'm war.
That's blessed are the peacemakers.
Blessed are the cheesemakers.
Well, it's a metaphor. It extends to all purveyors of dairy products. It's anyway. They had a concern upon our ingress into this fair city that we might cause problems, difficulties, that sort of thing, disruption to their routine. That appears to be precisely what you are doing immediately upon our arrival. So, I
talk
would
like a
caution
snob.
you. What?
You talk like a snob.
I don't mean to patronize. I just take a certain delight in polysyllabic utterances and the precision and accuracy of elocution. But if we don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
You have a fair point.
If we don't start a fight, there will not be a fight to fight because we're not starting it. It's
still
fisticuffs, kerfluffle.
Oh, I'm good at fisticuffs. Should we do that?
No,
well,
don't do that. Erica chime in. No. It's not the place.
I'd rather not get my knuckles dusty, my hands dirty, so to speak. I appreciate the invitation, but no, I just I do not find myself in possession of liquid assets currently, but if you have coinage, it would be the polite thing to do to hand them over to him and perhaps smooth over this entire brouhaha.
Oh. 2 copper pieces.
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, don't worry about him. She puts. Don't worry about her war. She puts down more extra, a few extra gold pieces. We'll be on our way.
Oh, thank you ever so kindly, milady. And what was your name?
Oh, Erica. I apologize. Usually I introduce myself by now.
Lovely to make your acquaintance. And may I say, I rather like your hair.
Oh, thank you.
It
takes a lot of work.
Oh, doesn't it just?
Try like death.
I beg your pardon? I'm not familiar with this incarnation of Thanatos of whom you speak.
That's uppity too.
Oh. Well, perhaps I can speak with them sometime.
Wait.
Sounds like a
Thanatos or Halatos?
Thanatos in some pantheons is regarded as the incarnation of death. There's also the Reaper Grim, death of the endless, the Raven Queen. They are psychopomps. They're the entities which usher you from life into death. The Valkyries of Norse mythology.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go to the tavern. Yeah.
I apologize. I did not mean to elf-splain.
Oh my god.
Elf splain. I did. Nat 2020 did not mean to elf splain. I haven't heard that ever. That's
I literally just coined it this second, man. Wherever it came from in my brain.
elf
Right out my
splaining.
Please.
I like that one.
Thank you.
That's so good.
Don't forget, you're seeing Crumb.
No, that was out of character.
You know, she.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean,
Perhaps you misapprehend my intentions with regards to complimenting this fine lady. As is strictly from an aesthetic, fashionista standpoint, I am affected delightedly by the treatment of her coif. I myself possess no attraction to the female gender whatsoever, and really more of
a.
I'm gay.
Oh, you're. Oh.
So set your mind at ease, at least in that regard.
I didn't realize.
Not attempting to tread on any relationship toes.
I would have never asked.
It appeared to spontaneously, organically arise in conversation, albeit not in a way that would supremely mitigate the awkwardness of the subject matter. But here we are.
All right, so let's go to the bar, shall we?
Yes, quite.
Instead
yes,
of dawdling
absolutely.
here all day in the freaking cold, when all the people here seem to be just like it's the nicest weather ever.
And as much as I would enjoy inquiring after the specifics of an agriculture that can support vegetable growth in these environments, it would perhaps behoove us to get somewhere slightly warmer.
Erica kind of rubs her hands together, even though with the gloves on, they're still a bit cold, you know. And you make your way downtown. You see a sign with a cup of ale on it, made of wood.
I'm telling you, universal constants between civilizations. It's as trustworthy as comparative mythology.
You see a wooden door with walls of ice around it, and you can hear sound coming from the building of people chattering and some music.
A tavern!
You enter the door, and typical tavern fashion, stairs leading upward, a bar in front of you, several tables made of wood and all that, surrounded by ice, very thick ice though, so the max you could ever really see is maybe some movement because it's just so thick.
Is there a group on stage acting out "I Want to Be Your Canary"?
No.
No, they're doing Abbott and Costello, who's on first.
I love that sketch. Such a great sketch.
Fascinating. Yeah. What's his name? Who? The guy who plays first baseman. Who? I'm asking you who's on first.
Third base.
No, what's on third? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
I don't know. He's on third.
The name of the player. Who?
Am I picturing this, though? Tell me if you guys agree with this. The Abbott and Costello sketch done by a goblin and a kobold.
It would have to be D&D centric pun, like doing something with Volo's name,
It's a druid. The player's a druid who's in wild shape as an owl. What's his name? Who?
Okay. So you get to the tavern, the bustle and the hustle of people chilling, and their beer, their mugs are made of ice themselves.
Oh.
Keeps the alcohol cold. And it's like an igloo effect where it's warmer inside. Human is at the table tending a few people, filling up drinks and all that. There's more humans in this bar than you've seen in a long time. But there's a few like an elf and a dwarf and everything in there. Not too many odd pickings, but you'll see people come in and out there. They're mostly human. Sim, I know what you are. What am I? I'm human. Just look at my neck.
What adornments would one require to determine that one is human? I do not. I'm experiencing cultural dissonance.
You don't know what humans are?
Well, I know what humans are, but what difference does the neck make? The cervical spine, is that related somehow?
I'm gonna buy the new guy a strong drink.
There's a perpendicular spine have to do with this.
This will help.
Oh, thank you. He tries to take a drink from it, and his bottom lip sticks to the glass because it's made of ice, and he's he has to. He casts druidcraft really briefly just to warm his lip up enough to. I think I'll let this warm up for a moment. Thank you.
What you got here?
The bartender kind of looks at you like, oh, newcomers. Can I get you anything? A waitress comes up to you. Would you like a seat?
He's gay.
I beg your pardon?
Which is to say that, in case you were at all concerned about my capacity for harassing you in an unwelcome manner, it's non-existent, honestly. Yeah, I mean, you seem lovely, but it's just honestly, let's just treat each other like people, shall we?
Okay, I mean, that's fine, sweetheart. I was just asking if you needed a table, any of you. Sit down.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his ass.
Why would I talk about his ass? No, I'm your waitress. I'm the server. What would you like? Anything?
A place to sit would be lovely. We have trekked a considerable distance. Thank you. I don't have much money on me. I didn't expect to be traveling today. I'm not even sure how I got here. But if I could prevail upon one of my new traveling companions to foist me a gold or two, I would love to buy some chicken wings for my owl.
It's an insult.
What? What's an insult?
I will show you to your table, and she brings you to a table.
Cultural dissonance again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
Rick passes you a couple.
Eating part of a bird.
Thank you. Well, I mean, bird. It's a bird world. Thank you. What was your name?
Or?
No, the fine gentleman who's just given me a couple of coins instead of claiming I was insulting her ancestors. What?
Rick.
Rick.
Rick. Sorry, he says Rick.
Rick. Good to meet you, Rick.
It rhymes with brick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine name devoid of pretense. I am Elian Ororio. I am grateful for your presence. I am grateful for your hospitality. Thank you.
So, what can I get you, sugars? Anything?
Rick orders a small drink for himself.
Okay.
If I could have a cup of tea, possibly a jasmine or an oolong, something nice and warm as a counterpart to this fresh cold beverage, and possibly something vegetarian from the farm stands out there, I'd gratefully appreciate it. And yes, a small morsel meat-based dish, whatever you got on offer for my sweet owl Gwendolina.
Take the drinks, whatever the house special is, and whatever's spiced and delicious.
Okay. So she.
For food, Rick orders like 3 full chickens.
The Blues Brothers diet.
3 whole chickens, right? Cooked,
Yes.
right?
3 fried chickens and a Diet Coke.
And Coke.
A Coke. And white toast with, what, butter?
I don't know. I think it was just dry white toast.
Yeah, dry white toast, yep.
That doesn't surprise me. Ugh.
They
I don't like
were
when-
trying to make Elwood as boring as possible.
I do not like white dry toast. It has to have like some kind of jelly or.
If you're gonna have toast, you have to
Jam
have it with
or-
butter, otherwise I hate you.
You put my staple in the jelly.
Yeah, toast!
Well, someone's excited. That's good.
You hear that in the background? Yeah, toast.
Huzzah!
Oh my god, the Tom and Bob show. Fucking Christ. It's a Tom and Bob show reference to called Yeah Toast. And someone's I think one
Someone in the background is
hitting-
playing music on a toaster with spoons.
Yes, that's what it was. Yep, look it up. It's a real song.
Oh my god.
Called Yeah Toast on the Bob and Tom show. Anyways.
Guys, I'm a little confused. Who's
And
the-
you're welcome for
the
introducing you to
redhead?
that.
Who's the hot redhead?
Who's this? Who's that?
That's Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is an old friend of
Oh.
Nate's. He is a relatively new member of 3.5 Geeks. Hello, Chris. And what he does is while we are saying ridiculous things in character,
Oh,
he
yeah.
plays the video game to keep that going. So if there's any dead air, we at least have some
Right.
kind of something happening.
Yeah.
Let's have
I'm
dead
used to
air,
seeing
who would've thought?
I'm used to seeing the video game, so I was like confused. I thought he was playing or something.
Yes. Well, he's playing the game. He's not playing this game. He's playing a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 18?
So, the waitress
I
comes
also
back.
occasionally just cut in with some comedy.
Yay, comedy!
It comes in threes.
Yeah, toast!
It comes in threes.
Toast comes in threes?
I
As long as it
guess.
doesn't come on your knees.
Well,
I'm.
that's private.
So she comes up with a bowl of salad.
Marvelous.
No tomatoes. You see like cucumbers, very watered style vegetables. You know, like lettuce and things that can use water a lot. That just are big suckers for draining water. Like almonds. Almonds
Oh,
takes one little almond takes 1 gallon of water.
Yes. That's why almond milk is almost as bad for the environment as soybeans.
See. So fresh almonds and all that, you know, and a nice little salad with some salad dressing on the side. It's oil vinegar base with peppercorn and rosemary. So nice little salad dressing.
It's got some excellent notes to it. Thank you.
Because that's a very Italian kind of dressing. But there's no such thing as Italy.
Are you delving into real world knowledge, Nathan?
A little bit.
No, good call. Good call. Verisimilitude.
I'm not. I'm only saying it so people understand what dressing it really is. It's Italian dressing, but in regards to Italy doesn't exist, so it wouldn't be called Italian dressing. Just think of a random name, and that's the name.
Goblin dressing. Got it.
Goblin dressing. Would you like some goblin dressing? It's very.
Goblins are the height of fermented foods for preparation.
So you want a fake name for this dressing? How about real Italian dressing?
Oh snap!
Shots fired. As he brings a plate of chicken wings, spicy, very hot, and you said something meaty for the owl, so they bring out a slab of steak.
Oh yes, quite brilliant. I was thinking that the chicken wings would be for bird, but no, this is even better. I will not eat chicken wings in front of my new seagull friend, and instead we'll cut off pieces of this bovine meat and give them to Gwendolina instead.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, they're not really aquatic, but thank you.
Okay. And then the house. The house is a fine wine. A nice vintage wine. Very rare. Out here. Made out here. Because fruit. Because of fruit. It's a 10-year-old wine. So it's well fermented. It's red, and has that a nice bouquet to it. And she brings out, how many are there? How many are you? 5. I think there's 5 of you. Brings out 5 glasses. Glass, actual glass, not those. The ice mugs and whatnot.
Oh,
And
excellent. Good. Thank goodness. Oh,
takes the screw and corkscrews and pops it open. And pours each of you a cup of wine.
Sipping it and then downing it. What Orbs like?
It's a fine year. It's not like truly awesome, but for what they got up here, that's pretty good.
oh yeah, yes, it's no Rothschild. It'll do. It'll do.
The hobbits of in the hills of the gnome town, I forget the name of it already, have some real nice wine, especially some nice cheese.
Jasper?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's some fine wine and cheese.
Gunny ale.
Yeah, you need ale too? Sure. She gets she brings out a bottle and puts down one of the ice mugs and pours you a very auburn amber ale. Very similar in real world, like oh fuck, I already forgot it. It was right in my brain, and then poof, kicked it out. You know what I mean? Ah, shit. Newcastle.
Ah.
A Newcastle. Similar.
Or will
I like it.
enjoy this beverage as well.
Enjoy. Matt feeding the seagull. I mean, the seagull. Wow, my brain. Feeding the owl.
So I'm happy. I'm happy here, but what are we doing here?
That's a very good question.
It is. It is. It is.
Uh,
Very on point.
all of you were resting at one point, sleeping, and you ended up here.
Rick waits patiently for his.
Wherever you were sleeping, you're here now.
So I nodded off in the non-fiction section.
Oh, is that the airship?
An airship? Oh, I haven't seen one of those since. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person.
Only tails.
Yes, diagrams and ancient schematics, but never actually in flight. It somehow overcomes the pull of gravity.
Rick gets a little bit sad when the
We made it flies.
When the what?
the airship is
Flies,
mentioned.
like I do.
Oh, well, I mean, there's the aerodynamic properties of your wings and mine, but there are certain powers which operate on the defiance of gravitational pull, and to
Rick, you want to tell about your ship?
yes, your eyes betrayed a pang of nostalgia. What pray crosses your mind when we talk of airships?
We did a number on ours.
Yes.
So, shall I again?
Lit in half.
Oh, that is quite tragic.
Cut right in half. Well, I wouldn't say cut.
My condolences. What could have caused such a devastation?
An undead lich.
Well, those two things usually go together. Yes. Must have been an extraordinarily powerful lich to cause destruction on that scale.
Literally took a bunch of bodies from the sea elves and merged them into a giant ball as like a giant shield around her, and manipulated the bodies as they come out like arms and everything.
The very basest necromancy. Ah, deplorable.
It's kind of gross.
I articulated that concept precisely. Thank you.
It's gone now.
I do hope that your vessel is repaired in due course, and it shall again drift aloft into the wild blue yonder. It would be a terrible shame for a vehicle such as that to be mothballed permanently.
Gimbal has a hand on it.
You guys can tell that Rick and Part are having a little bit of a hard time holding it together, and out of character, I forget what was the name of the ship.
The Gibraltar?
You all named it, so.
Yes. To the Gibraltar,
To the Gibraltar.
a fine ship.
Yes. May it once sail again.
Long may she sail. Oh,
Long may-
yeah. Ah, yes, tea.
Oh yeah, sorry, I almost forgot about your tea, man. All they had was white tea.
All they had was what?
White tea.
Acceptable. Acceptable. Not preferential, but acceptable. Thank you.
Tea's hard to come by around here, so.
Oh, I imagine so.
Specialty.
What about my chickens?
Oh yeah, you got 2 of them
All right.
on big metal, 2 on the big metal platters. Nice and hot, nice and warm, hot piping.
I just want the record to reflect that I'm not eating the chickens in front of the seagull.
Would you desire some dipping sauces for that?
Oh no. One like this.
All right.
He goes about eating his chickens, and each part he butchers off and eats. He leaves like very minimal of anything left. Some of the bones he.
You notice it has that sweet grease and flavored with different spices added onto it. It was roasted in a nice oven cooked way. Kind of like the shot chickens you get in real life at Shaw's.
The rotisserie chickens?
Yeah, nice and
Yeah.
rotisserie.
I must say, if I am experiencing all of this in a dreaming state, sitting in the library, then is it superbly evoking my olfactory senses and my gustatory senses in a way that I don't usually experience while dreaming. Beg your pardon, Rick. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all right. He was he's drifting off in a nostalgic moment about this.
Rather understandable. A great deal of sentiment attributed to such vehicles, I'm quite sure.
So the real question is, why are we here?
It does seem a point worth philosophizing upon.
Oh,
So,
I mean, they did mention about troublemaking and all that. Maybe we should talk to the Lord, the King.
gotta start a fight, then we'll get to the bottom of it really quickly.
I suggest we don't start fights. We'll just end up in the jail.
Had to catch me first.
Rick's got to finish his chickens, and there's not even all of them have
And then the waitress, how is everything? Is everything to your liking? Would you need
It's
more?
fantastic.
It's lovely. It's lovely. This steak has just the right amount of pink that Gwendolina prefers.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you need dessert?
Oh, no, I've got to watch my figure, thanks. I can't fly to work.
Take
on a
another round
pot-bellied
for dessert.
stomach.
Another round? Okay.
By the way, one of her things I forgot to describe is she usually carries a keg around on her back. She uses to brew mini batches.
Prepared for any circumstance. I can respect that. Very pragmatic.
Yeah, you remember that ultimate brewing recipe that I got from the Dream World?
Probably.
I gave it to you. Have you tried to make it yet?
Not yet.
You gotta do that, man. It might be magical shit.
Oh, it's magic. You know. Well, I say we politely talk to His Majesty instead of causing a ruckus to these
shouldn't
dear
call him-
people.
I shouldn't call him a wanker.
No, definitely not.
Not unless you request it specifically. And this is a lord or a king?
King, I believe they said.
All right.
I didn't vote for him.
I don't think you vote for King.
We're an autonomous commune. We take it in turn.
You don't vote for King.
Well,
Being repressed.
there are such things as constitutional monarchies, but that's a different thing entirely.
Sounds like something. That sounds something.
There was this fine place called Naboo where the monarch is actually an elected position and typically held by a young person, perfectly lovely queen.
I thought they just let the old people do that stuff. Because their wisdom and knowledge.
Oh, that's right, but you cannot underestimate the value of a fresh perspective. While one would attempt to mitigate the impulses of the young with a bit of, major domoing, or a regent of some kind. The looking upon the issues besetting a nation with the idealism of youth could be of major benefit. Of course, this also lends to the possibility of child being manipulated by the powers that be. They're simply serving as a puppet or a figurehead, but one hopes that sufficient wisdom is utilized in creating their cabinet, so to speak.
I see. Well, I mean, let's seek an audience with this guy.
Right, yes, of course. Debate about the nature of socio-political mechanisms until I'm as red in the face as my hair and wings. Let's get this done.
Are we in accord?
No, we're a group.
Are we measuring firewood?
Why would you measure firewood?
I don't know. It's just I know that firewood comes in a cord, and if we are in a cord, I don't know. I think yes.
Agreement?
Yes, we are in accordance.
It's just short for
With one
accordance. Accordance.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes, right. Yes. Begging your pardon. I misextrapolate.
You're.
Did you eat a dictionary for breakfast?
No, but there's a thesaurus under my pillow.
There's a dinosaur under your pillow?
No, thesaurus. Technically, the translation of the word means treasure. It is a treasury
I
of
reg-
synonyms and antonyms, alternate words for similar concepts.
I regret my joke.
What?
I think you would be a match for Death, because you're the only person that she couldn't sleep with.
Yes, you know, I'm sure she has many fine qualities, but the fact that she has an S in front of a pronoun does sort of disqualify her from my affections. But I'm sure she's a brilliant conversationalist. I would love to trade witty barbs and bon mots with her.
The waitress comes up with a check, puts it down. It's like, I'll let you take care of that later. Whenever you're ready.
Elion will put down the 2 gold that Rick gave him and put it all towards his portion of the bill.
It's going to be more than 2 gold in total?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure, but hopefully not for the stuff that I...
It's about 15 gold because of the rare oddity of the wine.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's the only reason why it's so high. It takes up literally most of the payment. Erica will just throw 15 gold coins on top of the table.
And Death will place a copper piece. I mean, war.
A two gold and a copper paste. Great tip.
And Elion will take out a handkerchief and wrap up some chunks of steak he's already sliced off to retain for Gwendolina for later.
Did you guys drink all the wine, or are you saving the rest for later?
Elion only had a couple of sips of his wine. As gratefully as he appreciated it, he found the drinking receptacle problematic. He has, however, downed his tea.
Anyone?
Or will have drank any drinks that were undrunk.
Just grabbing the one next to you.
Rick doesn't go overboard on the drink. He just kind of, uses it to wash down what he's eating. But he's eating a lot, so...
Make a constitution roll, everybody who has taken drinks.
Does that include me? Because I only had a couple of sips.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you mind rolling for me?
Matt, you have advantage.
Oh, thank you.
I'm guessing I have disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. Can't say terrible. Brilliant.
Can somebody give me a roll?
I got you. I rolled the nat 20.
Oh, nice.
You're fine.
I got a 14.
You're not fine.
Oh, good.
You're drunk.
I'm rolling. Would you mind rolling for me? 8, Matt. I have a +8, but I'm at disadvantage.
Matt, you are 1 away. 1 away being sober.
22.
Wow.
For war.
You're fine.
Yep. as Elion stands up and feels, the wooziness and the wobble take him, he pauses, takes a breath, and casts Lesser Restoration on himself to neutralize the alcohol.
Neutralizing the ponus.
Yep.
The poison. I said ponus.
Yes. Ponus.
Cunning strategy.
I marked off that spell slot.
So y'all get up, you all nice and warm. The heat has been elevated in you, so you're toasty. You walk outside. It's a fine day. There's just not you can't see the sun, but it's still daylight out. You make your way through the town, through the many places. It's a pretty fair-sized town made of ice and snow, and you see that beautiful, elegant castle that's just made of ice.
As we step out again into the cold, Elion will kind of do a little math in his head and cast Alter Self, and a fine layer of reddish fur will sprout on his skin, just here and there, to help keep him warm.
Touché. You make your way. You see two children playing. A boy chasing a girl. The girl's saying na 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 na. You can't catch me. As you make your way through, they stop, and then they literally freeze for a second and look up at you. And their eyes kind of glow white a bit. And you swear it, you rub your eyes a little bit, and you look, and they're back chasing each other.
Anybody else getting a Children of Earth flashback?
What?
I'm afraid I don't know what Earth is.
Oh, that was not in character.
Oh. I mean, it could have been. We talk about Earth often enough in this.
Earth.
Yarth.
Like that one terrible Torchwood episode, four-part episode. That's
yeah, it was a miniseries. It was a season. Broke my heart. Not as bad as Miracle Day, but it still destroyed me.
yeah. Children of Earth was like my introduction to Torchwood.
Oh,
and it was yeah.
You poor
Who
soul.
hasn't?
I haven't seen a single episode of Torchwood, so I wouldn't know.
Season 2 was so much better. Season 1, good. Season 2, solid. Seasons 3 and 4,
Trash?
Torchwood had that episode had that arc had Peter Capaldi in it.
It did, as a government official named Frobisher, and he had no relation to the book character Frobisher, who is a shape-shifting Whifferdell who prefers the form of a penguin. And he was also not related to Caecilius, who was the stone salesman in Pompeii, or the 12th Doctor. He is a versatile actor indeed.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Bless
Was it
you.
Rose who got splintered into time and became part of all kinds of different timelines and was all kinds of different people?
No, that was Clara.
Clara, yeah.
Yes,
I always,
Clara Oswald. Rose had something similar happen to her in the fact that she temporarily absorbed the heart of the TARDIS, and her awareness spread throughout time, and she became basically omnipotent for a time being.
But nothing breaks your heart quite like the tale of Donna Noble.
No, not a thing.
She can't remember the Doctor ever.
I came up with a headcanon for that. A solution. They use a chameleon arc to temporarily restore her Time Lord biology, so that she can remember it in short bursts and still experience that joy and that life. But when it becomes detrimental to her, they return her to human form.
I don't know. I don't know, Matt. I don't know.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that.
It's been a while. I really still haven't seen all of the 13th Doctor and the 14th. So
Well, there's no 14th Doctor yet.
there will be.
There is another Doctor out there who has not been numbered, and we are not sure what time period she comes from. So she might well be the 14th.
Oh, I thought she
So-
was the 14th.
But let's also not forget the War Doctor.
Yes. Well, the War Doctor didn't take a number.
No.
I'm pretty sure that the female, like the 13th Doctor there.
Yep.
She said, well, didn't she say she was the first female Doctor, or the
The-
previous Doctor said, "Oh, I've never been a woman before," or something like that.
I don't want to spoil too much, but
Okay, don't
that
spoil it.
that is the very nature of the 13th Doctor's confusion in meeting this other female version of herself that she doesn't remember being, and who doesn't remember being her.
It's not the Master, is it? No.
No, the Master was someone else that season.
Master is Mary Poppins, who is also Yondu.
She's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, no, you should watch the most recent season because it's been a fucking wild ride.
I'm just gonna have to sit down and just binge watch Doctor Who at some point. Though
I've seen
Yes.
people
most
tell
of it.
me I should also watch Star Trek, which I've never seen a episode of.
You never
Well,
seen an
start-
episode of Star Trek?
Yes.
Okay,
We've
watch Star Trek with Kim. Watch Doctor Who with me.
There you go.
Okay.
I said I'm gonna watch Next Generation first. That's gonna be my introduction to Star
Oh, we
Trek.
did
I
talk
know-
about
No,
this.
no. Watch TOS, man.
Well, I mean, Next Generation worked for me. That's what introduced me to Star Trek, and then I went back and watched TOS.
Next Generation is one of the best ones.
Yeah. Oh, bitch.
I know
Well,
you're.
okay, all right. No, we've got to watch it in chronological order. We've got to watch Discovery. No, we've got to watch Enterprise, then Discovery, then the original series, then the animated series.
Dude, the new animated series looks ballin'.
I mean, I saw the
Lower
first.
Decks.
Yes.
I saw that the first of the new movies. That's the only one I've. That's the only Star Trek scene I've
The
seen.
JJ Trek, JJ Abrams.
The
Where
first.
with the sequel they have Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan.
Yeah.
God, those were really good. I mean, there's some parts that's kind of like, well, why? But they're really good. They're worth watching.
My favorites were the first one and the third one. The second one was okay.
Yeah,
I didn't like that they super whitewashed Khan.
they did.
Yeah.
Con.
I mean, Cumberbatch did a great job, but you know, they took a guy who was an historical figure in the Star Trek universe, who was a Persian dude played by a Mexican dude, and then they cast the whitest person possible. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch is extra white. He is bleached and enriched. I don't know.
Like cream. Anyways, get the game. Before I
All right, so yeah, there's
destroy your
little
souls.
kids kind of.
For a second. But you blink, And they're back chasing each other.
This is perhaps more cultural dissonance. This is possibly quite normal.
I think I imagined that.
I am unfamiliar.
Did you see
We-
that?
Could I roll Arcana to see if I recognize the effects?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you see that? Anyone else see that?
I
just
am
me?
quite perceptive. I perceived that, yes. And I got another 22.
Okay. You don't know.
I have plumbed the recesses of my not inconsiderable knowledge, and I have no idea what that was.
Maybe they were just blinking really long.
There was some sort of luminescent quality, a bioluminescence to their oculars, to their optics. It seemed.
But you never just stop randomly in place, stare up, and just zone out for a second, then go back to what you were doing?
No.
Yes, but
No,
as
I
far as I
haven't.
know, my eyes did not bioluminesce in the process.
As far as you know.
As far as I know, yes. Really. I mean, I'm not externally viewing my eyes. Hypothetically, I could watch my own face through the eyes of my familiar Gwendolina, but I have never perceived myself as, having any kind of incandescent effect from my eye sockets.
It's C.
And just for a brief moment, it falls very dark. And you feel like something's looming over you. And you turn to look at it, it vanishes, and it just goes back to normal daylight.
Now, I can't have been the only one to notice that.
Something sinister this way comes.
It's okay, we'll beat it up.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not predisposed to violence, but I am capable of it if need be.
And you kick an ass if you need, if you gotta.
Well, I mean, I would much rather not. I would much rather resolve a dispute over, some of that lovely white tea we just had. But if someone is sufficiently uncouth or predisposed to drastic action, then I am honor bound as a civilized individual to move to intercept. And yes, I can apply a swift blow with my metatarsals to the gluteus maximus of whoever obstructs my way.
You can kick butt when needed.
I just said that. Thank you. Yes.
You sound like the textbooks I had to read when I was trying to get my teaching degree.
Oh, you're a teacher. Brilliant. And thank you. That's a lovely compliment.
Okay.
What subjects do you teach? Yes, that's still not actually Orlin.
I think that's just her squawking.
A verbal tick?
Maybe. I mean,
Oh,
it's not uncommon for those to have certain verbal tics.
it's fine. It could simply be a wordless interjection. If she is attempting to express a particular point, I would just like to inform her that it's eluding me.
It's quite daunting. I must say.
But yes, tell me. You are of a professorial bent. Tell me, what subjects do you elucidate?
I generally teach kids the ways of medicine and history and the nature of magic and, of course, the ways of creation. I taught multiple subjects.
A woman of faith and learning. How positively ecclesiastic.
You get a gold for every time you say a multi-syllable word.
First of all, it's polysyllable. It's not multisyllable. If you call it a multisyllable, then you are cross-wiring your prefix schemes. It's polysyllable, as in polysyllabic. It's similar with numbers, polynomials.
How much do I owe you?
Not a thing, my dear. But I appreciate the.
I haven't seen anyone throw gold at him yet, so I'm guessing not.
Yes.
Do you charge by the syllable, or is it by the length of the word?
Only when I am ghostwriting. And it's really more of a chapter length.
God, he does it for free.
Well, look, there's a lot of scholars where I come from, and getting a paying gig as a scholar is hard to come by. But I have enjoyed a great deal of privilege operating out of our central library.
To find out more facts, kids, head to your local library. There's probably a drug dealer selling drugs there now.
The more you know.
For me, all I could think of was like a classic bit from Arthur where they're telling you to get a library card.
Do people sell drugs at the library?
Actually, yes.
Huh. Is that
Not a place.
Not inside the library, but a lot of places around the library. What? It's wow.
Jay meant sex worker.
It's inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous?
Thank you. Jesus.
See, I know more crazy stuff to go down than Denny's parking lots.
Oh, that's just all the crazy people. And the drunks after.
I spent a lot of time hanging out around different Denny's in my life, and I have never noticed anything odd going on at Denny's.
Depends on when you go and who you with, and you just might have been unlucky. Or lucky, if you count yourself. Come on, there was a tale about a lady hitting her husband with a frying pan, and that's why they stopped selling the skillets.
Wow.
So, Denny's, true American food.
It's so for a steak, though.
Denny's, when it's 2 a.m. and you gotta have something to eat. Denny's. M. Allen endorsed it in that one movie.
All right. So you're astounded by this very moment. You're talking over history. You make your way over to the gates that surround the castle. Two guards are standing there with pikes.
Why are they armed with fishes?
Vicious fishes.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're standing there with a couple of gnome clerics, but it's wrong. The wrong crowd for that kind of joke.
A pike is a spear.
Yes, but it's also a fish.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm in a really jokey mood. I'm really sorry.
I can
It's
tell.
okay. It's a character. War is a wiseacre. Begging your pardon, gentlemen. If it would be quite all right, could I entreat you to show us to your monarch, His Majesty the King? We were told we could seek him out once we had settled in somewhat.
They look to each other. Oh, yeah, why don't you just come right in?
Oh, many thanks.
Go on. Door's open right now.
Yeah, it's right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The gates are still closed.
Oh,
Rick
Oh,
steps
okay.
up and lifts the gates with one hand.
Sir?
Thank you for telling us we can go in.
What did you do, Steve? I was joking.
You said we could go in.
A bunch of guards also start surrounding you
uh,
with spears.
We got told we can go in. They
No.
said it's okay.
No one can enter unless they have
We
an
can.
audience with the king.
We have audience with the king.
how do we attain audience with the king?
We have audience with the king.
The king wants, if he wants to see you, he'll tell you he wants to see you.
He wants to
bet-
see us.
No, he doesn't. You're not on any list or informants of that I know of. And don't listen to
Because-
Steve. He's a joker.
Because he's just got an offer he can't refuse. Giving him a chance to invest in an expedition from the ground up. It's a first and one of a kind, and you've never heard of it before. That's because it's brand new and it's guaranteed to make money back.
Rick is still holding the gate open. He's looking over his shoulder, like at the guards, like they're crazy or something.
They're in front of you too.
Good friend Rick. I think perhaps they might relax their weapon stance if one were to close that fine portal.
All right,
I think
well,
he's trying to say close the gate.
Yeah, I didn't try to say it. I said it. I just said that.
Rick drops the gate and turns around and like shrugs at everyone.
Now, if you have an audience and you have a lovely letter from His Majesty, then it'll be different. But I do not see any letters in your hand.
Of course not. I don't have hands. I have talons.
Right, that does not matter. You don't know. You don't have a letter. You don't have the audience of the king.
Start scribbling down on a piece of paper.
I do not. That is not Our Majesty's handwriting.
It's official written backwards, like with multiple spelling errors. And the G is backwards on king.
Look,
And it looks like it may have been written in crayon.
either get us the paperwork, find the paperwork, or leave.
Or I could just fly over the gate.
I would not say that's wise.
I wouldn't say I'm wise either.
Erica's like, no,
Look,
don't. They're gonna
just-
try to kill you if you do that. It would not
Besides
be.
the group that we need to visit the king, right?
Yes, but this is not the way to go about it.
Right, it's not like we're going to cause a diplomatic incident. It's not like this really matters.
We could probably lay siege to this castle if we wanted.
Well, there's
There's
being capable of an act does not necessarily necessitate that action.
Axe? We don't have an axe.
No, that is quite correct. But I would like to ask these fine gentlemen a question. Were one to go through proper diplomatic channels, how would one go about bureaucratically acquiring a letter of the king's favor in order to attain an audience with him?
I mean, it's just proper etiquette.
No,
We don't want to
of
start a
course.
war with these fine fellows.
No, certainly not. No, certainly not. But please, guardsmen, enlighten me. What is the proper process that we must undertake in order to speak with thine monarch?
Oh, either you have to get someone of royalty, or what do they call left hand? Someone that speaks for the king, or
A major domo, a viceroy,
or,
um,
or
a,
any
a regent.
either a regent or even a lord would. But I wish you good luck on that. Even the general and General James, if you had his favor.
Rick should go kidnap a royal person, and then they'll be in debt to us when we rescue them.
Right, I'm on it. Rick trumps off.
What? What are you doing?
Where's he gone?
Kicking an onyx to death. What does it look like?
I see no bull. So we must do the proper channels. It only makes sense. Otherwise, we cause a hubbub, and suddenly we're at war with a whole another freaking country here.
Okay, if creation brought us here with no explanation, and other times they brought us has not even been the right time period, I say hell with the consequences and do what we came to do. That means talking to the king. Why should we bother being all diplomatic about it when there's a job to do?
Because that's part of the job.
I was going to say that very thing. Yes. If a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing properly.
So I shouldn't have had Rick go kidnap somebody royal so that we can get in?
Oh, is that where he went? No!
No, that's a bad idea!
He's already
Figure-
gone.
Oh,
He's already gone.
oh. Gordon Bennett.
I don't know how to find Rick. He's very sneaky.
Yeah, we abduct someone of the royal family or something like that. Then we rescue them from the.
I am
bandits,
not
and
a
the person's
criminal.
indebted to us.
I mean,
I am not a
understand-
criminal.
Do you understand how that's worse, right?
Sufficient.
It's terrible. I rather no.
All right, there is a saying, a very old saying, but it is very often misquoted. A lot of people will say it is easier to ask forgiveness than permission, but that is a misrecollection of the original intent of the phrasing, and it's really, it is easier to ask forgiveness than permission. It is not better.
If I may offer a counter saying,
Certainly.
I only lived 10 years. I can't wait around for bureaucrats.
I don't think
Wait,
that's.
Ted,
I don't think
your
that's.
lifespan is a decade? Good heavens. The beat of a fly's wing. The heartbeat of a fruit fly.
Why do you think I get drunk all the time?
I just assumed that as a seagull related organism, your liver must be predisposed to processing of toxins in a marvelous fashion.
My name is War. The reason my name is War is because I'm part of a monistic order. We're an order of the Drunken Fist. When we enter this order, take on a new name. Our old name becomes us. Name that we choose is something we wish to see ended within our lifetime. My name is War. Take 3 guesses about why I drink.
Speaking of universal constants, as we were with regards to dumplings and alcohol, the third one would, of course, be war, yes.
And I'd rather not start one with this country.
Yes, I assumed you had acquired this hypocorism, this nom de guerre, so to speak, because of your propensity for inciting such violence wherever you go. You certainly don't seem to attract its lack. But perhaps I've judged you too harshly.
I think most people who live more than 10 years judge people who live less than harshly.
Nice. My people live 100 decades. I cannot.
The cycles of bureaucracy are just ways of tying up time.
I
It's
cannot
limited.
fathom the brevity of your existence. And I admire your bravery for facing life.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can imagine that if this is a dream of some sort, then we are not technically wasting time.
Yes, yes. If this is a figment of our collective subconscious, as it may well be, if we are simply engaging with Jungian archetypes and hallucinations dancing behind our eyelids, then any expenditure of chronological progression is just part of the process.
Rick, I'll start talking into the earpiece. Hands off.
Just around that time, I think Rick probably walks down the corner with a noble in a sack over his shoulder.
Oh dear.
Someone shoot me. I'm dreaming, right? This is a dream inside of a dream. I'm going to wake up right now.
Begging your pardon, Erica, do you have firearms as well?
No, I don't.
Oh, this is just a figure of speech then.
It was. Wait, why would you assume I had firearms?
Well, you said you requested that someone shoot you, and I just thought, you've got airships, perhaps you have powder-based weaponry.
Those are rare.
Some people in our groups got that.
Oh, well, that's absolutely fascinating from a scientific standpoint. The intricacies of ballistic technology just absolutely fry my frontal cortex. Just
boggles the mind.
I did just say that.
See, okay, out of character. I love this bit where you'll say something and then War will say exactly what you said in short.
I am enjoying the running gag. Yes, me too.
It was a fantastic dynamic.
All right, no, maybe we can put him back and owe an apology and something. I don't know.
Hey, Rick, need you to act like you just found them from a bunch of bandits. Did they see your face when you took them?
You ever seen me fight before? Of course not.
Well, put him back.
You put that nobleman back where you found them, or so help me.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
It's like talking to a child. You put that back.
Drop it.
Drop it.
What do you have? I'm dying. No!
Rick turns around with a big sigh and goes and puts Nobleman down.
Jesus.
Your efforts do not go unappreciated.
Okay. This is what I have to work with all the time.
War will look over and just give this look. Would you rather have me or pestilence?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's an interesting archetypal dynamic to the names you keep mentioning this past. There's death, there's war. Is there a fourth?
Oh yeah, Death's girlfriend, Famine.
Oh. Ah. Understood.
I still take famine over pestilence.
Famine would have barreled down that gate, shouted hello, and you know it.
Yes, I know. I've seen her do it on many occasions.
The more someone tried to tell her that she couldn't do something would only be reinforcement for her actually doing it. Let's face it. One you wanted here was death.
But I didn't get that, did I?
No? You got me!
Yes. Yes, I did.
You like a waffle?
No, I don't want a waffle. Why are we talking about waffles? What does waffles have to do anything
she
with
holds
this?
up a waffle that she had cooked that morning.
We must talk to a nobleman. And a man
Where'd you
with...
put... Okay, go ahead.
Okay. A man with donning green plated armor and long hair as a massive sword behind his back walks by.
Cute.
I forget his stats. Yes, he's pretty cute.
War will screech like a seagull and do a mating call.
Everyone's looking around like, what is going on?
Oh my! Is that a pickup line?
It gets attention.
He kind of looks at you like, what? Hi?
Hi.
Can I help you?
I'm War. Want to get to know me better?
I don't know if I have an answer for that. I'm gonna go
Okay.
now.
I'm picturing that scene from Futurama. Oh.
Craw!
Begging your pardon, quite kind sir. Your verdant armor is absolutely resplendent, and that color does wonders for you. I wonder, are you perhaps of a noble breeding?
Look fancy in that green armor.
Thank you.
I just told him that.
Rick says it's not.
I'm General James, at your acquaintance.
Ah, a general. Yes. Did the guardsman not say that if we got the attention of a general, we could get the go-ahead to go ahead?
You mean get permission to get into the gate if we get a general?
Yes.
I believe that's the general idea.
Oh, such droll wordplay. Yes.
That was funny.
Yeah. Linguistic legerdemain notwithstanding.
He kind of laughs a little bit. Okay. You need what now?
Begging your pardon. We are very new. We are pilgrims in an unfamiliar land, and we find ourselves at a rather unprecedented state of location. We were hoping to consult your monarch with regards to our situation, but we are unable to gain ingress to the royal chambers. And we wondered if perhaps we could prevail upon you as a member of the gentry in order to acquire such an audience.
Seem nice. We're not from around here, and we need to get access to the king. So, can you help us?
I apologize. She has this tendency to repeat.
Well, I didn't understand what you said, but I understand what she said.
Apparently I need a translator. Great.
You seek royal audience with the king, no doubt. Okay. Why?
We believe that for whatever reason we are here, there is a reason. And we think by consulting with he who wears the crown, HRH, that we might discern what that reason might be.
Oh, so you need Karen. I mean, out again, sorry.
Yes. Please take us to your manager.
Karen? You need to talk to HR. No, human resources. Sorry.
No, HRH. I'm sorry. It's an abbreviation. It means His Royal Highness or Her Royal Highness. You know.
The Queen.
Well, whatever you've got, monarch-wise.
Sure. I mean, you seem an upstanding gent and a bunch of interesting people.
Yes. I can certainly attest to their interest factor.
Thank you. It'd be so nice if we could have an audience with him. I really appreciate it. Of course, your name's I'm James. You got my name, so.
I am Elian Auroriel.
Okay.
Of the Central Operating Library. And this is Gwendolina, my familiar.
Well met.
Hail and well.
War, this is Rick the Brick.
And I'm Erica. All right. Well then. Well, follow me, I guess.
Thank you.
He goes up to the gate. Ah, Sir James, you have arrived. Yes, let these people in, you know. But sir, yeah, no, they're fine, don't worry. As you wish. Open the gates. They open up the gates. See, that was easy, right? Oh, Rick dropped out.
I'm here.
He's been experiencing internet difficulties, I think. Hi, Rick. Hi, Bench.
Hi.
Do you know the internet's for porn?
That's what I heard.
And there should be only one website. If all the website was taken down, and it was only allowed one website, that website would be Bring Back the Porn.
I had that sung to me once by a puppet on stage.
So you go in. It's a gigantic castles. They open up these huge doors. Very unnecessary. But they're gigantic. Like a giant could walk into it with no problems.
It's palatial. Palace is actually palatial. You never see that anymore.
I don't think you see it ever.
Well, I mean, there are pictures and books.
Okay.
But to have the actual quality of palatiality in a palace, which should, by definition, be the very definition of what palatial means. It's agreeable. It's agreeable. I've done.
You were good at common class, weren't you?
You what?
You were pretty good at common, weren't you?
At common? Oh, well, I was better at Orin and Sylvan. And I dare say I rather enjoy the mnemonic qualities of Druidic.
Talking to trees.
Oh, yes, of course. Some of my best conversations have been with trees. Largely apologizing to them, reading their cousins' books.
Cool. All right, this way. Walk down on a red carpet in a ice blue room. Guardsmen on the side with their halberds, and then James goes up to him and takes a knee. Your Majesty, I brought these strangers who seemed rather concerned about something, and I believe it's our duty to listen to even strangers if necessary. The king strokes his beard a bit. He's pretty wise, old. You can see him. His like cataracts is taking over his eyes a bit. Yes, I see. His pale skin and his wrinkled body kind of looks you over. He kind of squints at you to get a better look, trying to adjust. Well, tell me, strangers, what brings you here?
Creation.
What now? Creation. Everything's created, so I guess you're technically right. What do you mean?
Erica?
Me? She goes, Your Majesty, she, takes the knee and, no, it's fine. We woke up in the middle of the Frostlands here and found ourselves lost and strange going-ons and all that. And by creation, usually it's a sign for something else to do here. A custom, you could say? Interesting.
I cannot speak to the theological nature of our displacement, but we do seem to be in a peculiar place, and if there are greater forces at work, we are attempting to plumb depths of why.
You start to hear whisperings, but you can't quite understand what they're saying, and they're not in English.
That's all right, I don't speak English.
What language is it?
A language that you never heard of.
EM language. Got it.
It's a language that you never heard of. But it seems to be similar in a dialect of some kind of Ingning. But it might be older than that.
Okay, so as we discovered last week, because my character knows Orin.
No, Orin, that's what it is. It seems to style
Orin. Okay, so he would know a little bit of it.
Speak Orin.
I understand that. Like I said, it seems to be in a style, but it does not make any sense. It's like trying to know Mandarin versus Chinese or Japanese. This symbol could mean something else, but it actually means this. You know what I mean? Like something could mean waffle, and it actually means kill.
Death waffle.
Death waffle.
You guys can see Rick's gears turning as he contemplates whether he should, break out the heavenly body or not, as Ruth.
The heavenly body.
Yeah, the celestial body is his.
I know.
Yeah, it's a euphemism for his ball sack, which is what has the symbol on it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, celestial body. That joke is coming back.
I'm explaining it for new listeners.
Oh, sorry, might be.
It's all good. Elion will start patting himself down and bring out a what looks like a Moleskine notebook, kind of a thin black notebook with a band around the cover, and he'll undo the band. He'll start paging through it, and he will start attempting to cast comprehend languages as a ritual.
Very good. What are you all doing? The king narrows his eyes at you. You all right?
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Just satisfying intellectual curiosity.
From what?
I don't know.
They're rather strange. Are you sure this is a good idea, Sir James? You trusted me before. I bring people and they seem to be out of nowhere. I mean, this is a sign of something. Maybe that creation is angry or something of form. It's formed that it's trying to warn us or something.
Oh. We saw this really weird freaking thing happen.
Pray tell what?
So we were walking along and some kids were playing, and all of a sudden they just froze in place. Their eyes went white and they stood still staring at us, and then it went on like nothing happened.
That is peculiar. Are you sure they're not mentally incapacitated?
Oh, they were playing tag, take a moment, and then all of a sudden their eyes whited out, and it's like they were looking through everyone. Not at, but through.
Sorry. The second someone that listens to the king is an audience. God. Advisor goes up.
Yeah, advisor, vizier, major domo.
Major domo.
Already got.
Oh yeah, no, that was what Zazu was for Mufasa.
You're
The
great,
king's major domo.
sir. These are just rambling of just madmen. How do we know they're telling us the truth? Excuse me? You're in our hospitality right now.
Yes, but you just said when I brought something of actual concern up that we're rambling. Up till this point, you have said nothing. But as soon as we mention the thing that you're concerned about, then it's ramblings. It's your fault.
You're hearing ramblings right now.
Calling it, betting this guy's the problem. If we investigate him, he's the bad guy.
Pardon me. You're the one that comes in here and accusing me as a respectable member, the vizier of the king, the second in command, who is what now?
All the more reason that you could get away with doing it, because you think from your political power you're untouchable.
I think not. That's treason. That's just hearsay.
It's totally it, guys.
All right, I think I've got this cast. Let's see. Is that can I still hear the whispering?
Yes, but you still don't understand it.
Oh, how odd!
Maybe.
I have just cast the spell comprehend languages, and yet this language remains incomprehensible.
Looks like a mage can't.
What are
maybe
they
a thief
talking about?
can.
Speaking double talk.
You know we not. We're. What whispering are you talking about? Says James.
Begging your pardon, General Sir. Richard, you said something?
I said maybe a mages can't, but a thieves can.
Oh, I see what you did there. Quite good, quite good. Yes, the. Oh, he's gone. But no. Can you not perceive? I know that my auditory senses are substantially more acute than your average land dweller, but it comes of dwelling at high altitude. The air is thinner; it doesn't conduct air as well, so I have to listen closer. But there is a perceptible a whispering upon the air of ominous nature and arcane intent. I was attempting to discern the nature of their verbalization, but am as yet unable to, despite mystical intervention.
They're looking at you like you're crazy.
He tried using magic to understand what was being said.
Which is something you lot should try. Excuse me, sorry. Just thank you. Thank you, Wobble. I appreciate your protocol.
So you're saying you came out of nowhere, you're seeing children doing weird things, and you hear rambling in there when there's clearly not a single sound.
Like I
Well,
said, I'm sure it's that guy.
My passive perception is 21. Yours might be significantly lower. So you may not be hearing it, but I am definitely hearing it.
And it starts to get louder and louder. And they're looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Look, I may have been laughed out of certain journals and broadsheets for my attempts to legitimize the reconciliation of land and sky, but my mind is acute. It is razor sharp and laser focused, and I'm clever. Thank you. I'm clever, and this is a mystery worth solving.
Something fishy is going on, and we should investigate it. And pretty sure it's that guy.
Why? Please. Don't blame the advisor. He's just doing his job.
I mean, yes, had we any evidence to go on, then perhaps that line of reasoning could be pursued to its utmost. But right now, all we have is your gut feeling, and as ironclad as your guts are, and I have seen you put it away, we need something more substantial before we're throwing about accusations and so forth.
I've been around 4 years. I've seen how things go. Usually when somebody clams up and tries to push the blame on something when something weird's going on, they're at fault.
The ground starts to shake.
Oh.
And the ice starts to crack around you.
Oh, right. Global warming.
Global warming? That's impossible. Unless the orb of ice has been taken.
Oh.
Wait.
Well.
It says James clearly out loud. James is like, oops.
So, about that.
And it starts to shake, and everyone make me a dexterity to be standing still.
I have advantage on those.
Hooray.
And I might need your help on that one again.
Okay,
On
what's
the
your
roll
number?
again.
Mitch, you need a roll?
Yes, please.
I rolled. That's cock died. I can't take that.
I got a plus 10 to it. I
Okay.
have advantage, and
Mitch, you got a nat 20. You're fine.
I'm pretty sure like it takes a lot to knock a level 17 monk off her feet.
Yeah, no doubt. Plus, you got an 18 and a 19 with advantage. So, war's not going anywhere, much to her chagrin.
It depends on how bad it is.
Dexterity save.
And you're on ice, baby.
Nate,
What?
I positioned myself so that if this place starts to collapse, I can grab the king rope.
Great idea, taking hostages. I like it.
More like taking sausages. Mate, what?
The sausages.
That reminds me of the Tom Green.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage, Daddy?
Oh, God.
I hate you all. I hate
Yeah,
you
I
so
could have
much.
gone the entire rest of my life without ever thinking about Tom Green again. And yet, here we
I didn't do it.
I regret ever watching that horrific film in the first place.
I've only seen that one part.
Okay, so, Elion got a 24.
You're fine.
And Gwendolina got a 14.
You're fine.
Okay,
For
excellent.
now. For now. As the ice shakes and everyone stands up, like, evacuate. He goes to, his consultant. The king goes to evacuate it. James, arm the guards. We must head to the tower. As everyone starts rushing together, and the earth shakes again, causing another dex save.
It's in the tower.
Everyone's too busy. Even the king is frantically getting his stuff together as he starts to head upward through a door. You guys kind of got left behind. Like, screw these guys.
I follow him. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I heard him. I heard you. As two guards are behind, try to stop you before you follow him.
I kind of look to the rest of the party as far as whether this is about to turn into
Turn into a what? Sorry, you got cut off?
a combat or not. They're trying to stop me from going upstairs.
That's I'm not. I don't want to fight people.
Well, learn how to throw a punch sometimes, Skinny.
Okay, while your backhanded compliment on my figure is backhandedly appreciated, I assure you I am capable of combat. It is just not my preference. Now, let us seek shelter. They are obviously attempting to confine the king to some sort of panic room, and we should attempt to find a safe harbor of our own, a sanctum sanctorum.
James looks to you. No, he's preparing for battle.
What are we fighting?
We don't know. If
Well,
someone,
you prepare for a battle and you don't know who you're battling
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh, yes. I had d- deduced from the context clues that there was some sort of mystical artifact that had been dislodged. Should we not attempt to replace it?
We should get it back if it's been lodged. I'm ranging the guardsmen. If you need to go, we need to go up those stairs over there. I'll let you go. Come with me. Smith, I need you to gear up the men and
I'm
get
here.
ready. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. And Smith runs off. All right, follow me. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names.
Thank you, General. We're right behind you.
You go through a corridor and the guards let you by and everything because you're with James.
Yes.
As you make your way up to the icy stairs, they start to crack and crumble a little bit, and it's kind of slippery. But you all manage to get your bearings together. You kind of slip backwards, but you manage to grip on pretty well. Like, nope, not happening.
Where need be, Elion will cast Alter Self again and pop claws from his fingers, and use them for traction.
Nice. You make your way up to the castle, and you see this big pedestal and this whole room full of those magical runes of arcane nature, and it's a seal, and looked like something held something in the middle. Damn it! It is gone. Ah, shit.
I don't think we should tell them about Percival.
Who is Percival?
Like him.
I mean, his name sounds rather ornate.
He's single. I think.
Oh, is he predisposed to...
Yeah.
Oh. Duly noted. I'm disappointed that he is not present.
We're playing matchmaker. It's hilarious.
Wow, all the matches being made. And it starts to rumble, and the roof starts to cave off, and parts. We must leave now before it gets bad.
Before it gets bad?
What? It's not too bad.
I would wager this is borderline catastrophic already.
Nah, I've been worse scrapes than this.
I admire your fortitude, good sir, but perhaps not your life choices.
And he's
Come
like,
on, you haven't been in a battle where you worry that you're not going to survive?
No! And that's intentional.
I've been on several battlefields myself against several different countries like Celestial and oh fuck, what was it?
Oh.
So, good sir, good. I appreciate your words, but this is not the time. We must stay cool and level-headed.
Very well, very well. He very studiously tucks a lock of red hair back behind his pointed ear and squares his shoulders.
That's the spirit.
My soul is prepared.
That's the spirit. He slaps your arms on the side aggressively and hard.
Right.
I got a shortcut. Well, it's not really a shortcut, but he takes a shield, puts it under, and pushes downwards and starts to go down the stairs.
Of course.
Grab a shield.
What's the arrangement here? Is it strictly like downward, or is there like a balcony you could jump off of? Or...
It's strictly downward.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's meant to be up here, safe and solid, and obviously is not. It's on the highest point of the castle, so no one could leave easily. But something has been able to do that.
All right. Rather than um, taking the Triple X Express and surfing on what amounts to be a serving tray.
What, you don't like my Breath of the Wild reference?
No, it's lovely. I took Breath of the Wild and went Vin Diesel with it. But Elion will, as a bonus action, cast Expeditious Retreat upon himself, and fly down the stairs at a rate of 120 feet per round.
Damn.
Oh, no, 180.
Damn.
Yeah.
Erica's like, all right. She activates her armor. It's the wings that seem just a decoration become angelic wings behind her.
I mean, I'll dash every round, and move 160 feet per round.
There you go.
I only move 120.
And I'm flying it, so.
What about Rick? Everyone's like,
is there a way to jump down the stairs? Is it a spiral? I can go in the middle, or what?
no, you can't see the spiral. You can't see it.
Ride the railing. Ride the banister.
I mean, ride the banister. Do.
Yeah.
Can I get a green spell first?
Well, it's ice, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll ride that banister.
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
I mean, James literally took a shield and just sledding down the stairs. And he's probably already at terminal velocity at this point.
Boy. Yeah, I surfed down the freaking what is it, the banister.
As you're surfing down, you notice
Can you do a grind thingy on that rail?
hot shit. Yeah, woo! 360. So y'all managed that, and you noticed the cat.
I just realized I
What?
can
What?
I can use key points if I wanted to at some point and do the double dash using Step of the Wind.
Yeah, Step of the Wind, exactly.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's burning key points for something silly.
But it's just the fact that I could literally fly.
Yeah, Expeditious Retreat. Expeditious Retreat is giving Elion the bonus action dash. And you could do the same thing with your key points.
So as you're going
I can go
down.
240 in a turn.
All right. We'll wave penises later or vaginas later. As you're going down, you notice the Mitch being the last one notices all the tower crumbling to pieces and all that ice falling and all that, as like something out of Indiana Jones or something. You swear you hear dun 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 dun.
Somewhere Rowan's new whip is tingling, and she rolls over in bed next to Death and Famine and kind of hugs the whip a little closer to herself.
Whispers, snakes. Why did it have to be
Why did
snakes?
it have to be snakes?
Snakes on a plane. No. It crumbles, and you start to notice shadowy figures. As James in the middle of the grand entrance where the throne is, has this massive sword out ready. As you guys are straight behind him, and you notice these shadows come out of nowhere. They seep through the cracks and it's just a wave of it, just of them everywhere. Are these friends of yours?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't have the pleasure of their acquaintance.
I think we're about to get acquainted real good.
And as they surround you, and the area slowly gets darker and darker and darker, a major presence comes around, and this big, colossal, demon-looking shadow being comes out, looking at you with big teeth and sharp claws, and its elbows has giant spikes coming out of the ends.
You're not too afraid of the fisticuffs because it's time to.
Mortals. You have failed once again. The orb is ours. I think you know why Alexandria doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. Right.
As he grows bigger and starts to become like a swirl of dark ice, gigantic thing, and it kind of bursts out roaring into your face. What are you doing?
Before or after I evacuate my bladder.
Finishing out a small mason jar, she pounds a swig of her homemade hooch, throws it to the ground, assumes tipsy style, and it's just like, now it's a fucking party.
Rick is like talking to himself. He says, this dream again?
I know how to tango.
Alright, either we die. Well, we're probably gonna die, so go out swinging, right?
Die in our dream? Do we die for real?
I don't think this is no dream. This is pretty real to me. As he takes his sword and starts to swing. And everyone, you do whatever is natural to you. Whatever weapons or transformations you have. Whatever that is. And as you go into combat and you do that first swing, you wake up punching into the air. Covered in cold sweat.
Boo.
So, okay, while I am relieved that we don't have to fight that thing, we don't get to fight that thing? I was getting psyched. I was getting ramped. Just like, let's do this. But okay.
You'll get to fight it, I promise you.
I was gonna say, are you sure you don't get to fight it? I mean, if that thing won, it's probably still around.
Right.
Chris has a point.
Rick wakes up, and when he does, he instantly blows his rage.
Yeah.
Erica's like, what?
There's a miscommunication from War on the in the fake group messenger thing. Did we really try and kidnap a noble kid of a country that no longer exists?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Elion wakes up with a start in the library where he works. The book falls out of his lap, thudding open to a page, ironically enough, about Alexandria. Yes. What's the name of the legendary dwarven wizard person? Was that Thorin?
Yes.
Yeah. So the biography that he fell asleep reading was about Thorin, and it just happens to be open to a page about Alexandria. But as he wakes up, he wild shapes into a fire elemental,
Oh God, that's bad.
and it startles the crap out of Gwendolina, who is also curled up asleep next to him, and Gwendolina flaps away, just barely avoiding getting her 3 hit points singed off, and he immediately bonus action drops back to himself and starts druid crafting out any kind of little fires that he's set. Oh no!
That poor book.
Yeah, he manages to salvage what's left of the book, and as he picks it up, he sees what page it's opened. Oh, of course, my subconscious.
Yeah, subconscious.
Of course, I dreamed about Alexandria.
And in a little subtext bubble, he was asleep. He was dreaming about Alexandria.
I just said that.
And Matt,
The running joke continues.
Matt, a page falls out and lands onto the ground.
Oh! I've spoiled the binding. Oh, he picks up the page and looks at it.
It's talking about a mythical sword that was once there a long time ago.
Curious. I don't believe I've read this passage before.
Strange.
I shall have to keep that in.
Keeping it a mystery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
He takes out another notebook, not the same notebook he uses as his spell book, but he starts jotting down notes so that he can peruse the archives later.
And that's game. That's what I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It was mainly a little story, a little tidbit of fun, and I figured, why not?
Yeah, it was good. Good character interaction.
I'm satisfied I got to kidnap somebody.
Yes, it's not a proper Rick the Brick shenanigan unless he gets to bust out one bag of holding or another.
By the way, hi Cross. Where are you on Smash Sundays?
Hi Cross, we missed you.
We did. I hope you guys enjoyed that little story bit. You know, it's something that I had in my brain that was juggling. I was also... I'm really tired.
It got to be about 10 o'clock. You weren't actually going to have any combat.
Yeah. To be honest, when I saw what time it was, I'm like, oh, they can't have this combat.
I was ready. I was looking up fire elementals, and I was just like, okay, so I've got multi-attack, and I've got a recharge ability. I'm ready. I can use fire against this ice monster, and then
I had to drop it there because I realized what time it was. I'm like, shit, it's 10 o'clock.
It's all good. I mean, it's precedented, right? I mean, the last time we had one of these dream sequences, not the last time, but the one of the most recent times that we had one of these dream sequences, we had that wall of void coming at us, and that was the cliffhanger. So it makes sense that, while we can bear witness to these events in history and alternate timelines and stuff like that, we can't necessarily change them in any profound way.
And that also at that time it was about 10 o'clock. It's like nope, can't do that one.
Yeah, imagine if we'd stopped to fight the dragon that time. It would have been a disaster.
You know what's funny?
What?
I stayed awake for the dream sequence.
You weren't dreaming in the dream. No dreaming in the dream realm for you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry I was training. I just got Terry to Elite Smash today. Nice. Good for you, Cross. The last time I flunk a lot because I didn't play a lot like I used to, so I'm training still coming up till this coming up Smash. Haha. That's cool, man. Dude, you got the skills to pay the bills.
It's true, my dude. The skills that kills.
Get those kills. Well, thank you very much, John. I hope you enjoyed this little dream sequence and a little piece of history of Alexandria, the city that used to have the ice orb.
And I hope that y'all enjoyed meeting Elion. I'm hoping that he shows up again in the future, possibly as a future member of Irminsul. He was fun.
You met James again, but different character.
Who was James?
James gave Crumb the ring.
Oh! I had not made that connection. Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's kind of a badass. I like him.
Much more on our level now.
Right.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
now that we've leveled up to catch up to him.
All right, I'm gonna sign off for the night, guys.
All right. Thank you for everybody else. If you really like this, like and subscribe and ring that bell if you want to see more. We have a Patreon if you're ever feeling generous. You'll get extra bonus stuff like D&D stuff, a sticker if you do the $15 per month, a 3.5 exclusive sticker that you can't really get anywhere else. Also, you'll get our podcasts, which I gotta still put up. Working on it. I've just been going through allergies. Ironic. I thought I had a real issue here. You know, my ear was killing. It's like not killing me, but really annoying. Like I wanted to scratch at it. You know, like a tingle, a little itch. Ugh.
Talk to you later, guys.
All right.
All right. Good night, Lexi. Good to see you. Good night, Mitch. Good to see you. Chris. Cross. Haha.
Good night.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
So, yeah, I'll hopefully upload that eventually. I apologize for allergies getting me down, but nothing I can do. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So you all have a good night and nerds.
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 All right, we are not.